Walker, KO, Walker, KO, Walker, KO, Walker, KO. Boy, white black, bitch, tell me what
This was
let's do it. Man, they think they can see us, man. This that some shit, my niggas. They can't see us, man. Well, see my birds, you understand, nigga. Zone City, whatever. Gucci, Juice.
He dies tonight.
What's going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Non's YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another TV show review. And of course, we got my boy Tommy, Power Book 4 Force, Season 2, Episode 5 review, man. Oh man, we had a lot going on with Tommy last week, of course, dealing with the situation with D-Mac. Pretty much D-Mac shooting a cop, which I was applauding. Like, thank you, D-Mac. I did not want to deal with this nigga another full season like we did last year. Shout out to D-Mac. But now D-Mac done got in over his head. There's too much going on. And the fact that now he pretty much just need to be gone. He need to be moved. And we got a lot going on as far as how Tommy is going to try to deal with this situation. Because D-Mac is fucking hard-headed, bro. Every turn, Tommy is telling him, stay put, don't move, don't go nowhere, stay put. Bro just keeps on being defiant, just keeps on leaving, and the fact that he keeps trying to get up with this girl, but it's so much going on, not only the fact that the situation with the cop, but him and Diamond got the situation going on in the streets or whatever, dealing with the other shit they got going on with this other gang that seems to be coming after Diamond them now as far as CBI. But outside of that, thank you. The Flynn's. We're going to get back to Domino. The Flynn's are out of here. Well, outside of Victor and Claudia, Walter is gone, man. But I ain't going to front. Walter went out like a G, bro. Walter came in with that shoddy, bro. Walter went out like a G because they pretty much put their little plan together. But I called this last week. Claudia was going to get to the point where she's going to try to take out Victor, too, because pretty much the guy that they're having to help them take out Walter, he pretty much lets Claudia know, like, long as Victor around, you're not going to be the queen. You're not going to be in charge of anything. It's still going to be Victor. So now she pretty much gets in her mind, like, okay, both of them need to go because they pretty much set a time, but the time ends up going up, but she doesn't let Victor know. So when everything goes down, and then not only that, you got Walter's butler. I forgot this nigga's name, man. I think his name Peter. I forgot his name. But they end up making up because, you know, the last episode, Walter pretty much had fired him or whatever, but nah, they end up making up. And Victor don't know he was going to be over there, so he ends up getting took out too. So I already was saying it though, but I'm sorry, I didn't give two fucks. I didn't care about none of that. I was getting tired of the Flynn's, in particular Walter. I didn't feel like they had enough going on for him. And the fact that now he's gone, it's setting up the other Flynn characters a little bit better as far as Victor and Claudia. Because Victor ain't stupid, and that's one thing I want to give Victor a little bit of credit for, just a little bit, because he's not dumb. And now he's finally realizing what Claudia was up to. So the only issue with that is now my boy's ready to go snitch. He ready to go talk to those people. And that's where your girl comes back into the play. Shout out to my girl from the Shy, going back and forth. But now she got time since the Shy on the break. But anyway, she pretty much has set this into motion anyway because they bring Vic in for questioning after the girl points him out and saying he was the guy there that killed the other dude. So now they're pretty much trying to get Tommy. This is all about trying to get to Tommy, especially with the cop. She wants Tommy. So now it's more so of her trying to get Vic to pretty much give Tommy up because Vic, the whole thing is like, I'll give you my sister. You can have anything you want on my sister. She pretty much betrayed me. And her whole thing is, as far as the cop, is like, nigga, that's cool. But you gonna give us something else if you want full immunity, because that's Victor's whole thing. He at the point where it seems like he want to be completely done with everything as far as the business and his family's business, everything, and he want to move on. So now we're gonna have this situation where Vic gonna really go after Tommy or help the cops pretty much set up Tommy to take him down. And not only that, Claudia, is she gonna find out what Vic is up to as far as trying to take her out using the cops? Your boy Diamond, man, he has a lot going on. We get a situation where he ends up getting shot at the diner joint that he be chilling at. But it's some rival game where they had a whole situation where they used to be together and it was all one big gang as far as CBI, but then they separated. But he got a situation where he had a conversation with somebody in jail who was the new leader of this gang that's pretty much coming at them. So now he's going to try to relay this message to him to see if they can talk about putting the game all back together like they was talking about in jail. But outside of that, he's dealing with the situation with his father, who is dying, and their relationship definitely wasn't good between him and Jannard. So it seems like Diamond is pretty much trying to, reconcile some things outside his father pretty much being defiant, telling him he don't need him, he don't care, he ain't looking for his forgiveness and all of that. But you can see that Diamond is trying. And Jannard, he seems like he can't even face it. And this nigga Jannard, man, Jannard, bro, he's at his breaking point. And it's going to be interesting to see how they do moving forward, because him and Diamond have an interesting conversation at the end of this episode. But it's really what's going on as far as Jannard, with the whole thing with him pretty much losing control, him getting high all the time, but he takes it up another notch in this episode, with him pretty much going to the next level as far as shooting up now instead of snorting, because the nigga he come across who he pretty much trying to get a lick off of, telling him that you can get high this way instead of what he's doing. So it's interesting to see the route they're going to take with them two as far as their relationship between Diamond and Jannard, being that Jannard is pretty much going off the edge now. But after the conversation between Diamond and his pops, it does seem like that he might be able to save Jannard, because he want to bring him back into the fold, pretty much CBI. The only thing is, how is Tommy going to look at this situation? Especially when they both find out that Jannard is getting high. And the route that he's taking now to get high, man, because he out here robbing people that he used to be associated with, so he can pretty much get the bricks that he need to keep his crew loyal, lying to them, telling them he getting it from Miguel, even though he not. So it's going to be interesting to see how they try to deal with this situation, man. There's a lot going on, especially with seeming like the cops are closing in on them. But things really get interesting. Dealing with D-Mac's situation, though, Kate ends up getting involved. And you seen Kate, she kind of been on her thing doing as far as getting herself rehabilitated, going to rehab and stuff. And the fact that she been building this bond or this relationship with JP and D-Mac, who she didn't get a chance to raise, that she didn't really raise Tommy either in the rightest way. But she gets into this point of thinking that I think she feels like Tommy killed D-Mac. That's where she at with it. And you can understand, being the type of person Tommy is, the situation with his daddy, and even at times where he threatening her, even in this episode, he telling her. But that's where she at with it, because once again, she just had the bond that she's been building with D-Mac, even though it's kind of her fault in this episode when Tommy specifically told him to chill, but then she comes in telling D-Mac, go ahead and go out, I'll tell Tommy no if it's a problem, everything will be all good. So yeah, man, Tommy pretty much relapsed. I mean, not saying Tommy. Kate pretty much ends up relapsing, man. She back on it. So it's going to be crazy to see where she ends up going with this. And are we going to get to a point of Tommy might having to do something that we didn't expect him to do, as far as ending up killing Kate? Because she might end up getting to a point not knowing the full situation with D-Mac, either going to the cops or doing something else really stupid. I don't know, man. But I'm enjoying what they're going with this, man. Once again, giving us a little bit of character development. But D-Mac is not dead, and I knew he wasn't, because especially when JP runs in there letting Kate know they had to do what they had to do, it's the whole thing with D-Mac pretty much being put into an isolated situation where it looks like Tommy and JP done sent him to like an alternative school or whatever. And I already know this is not pretty much probably going to hold him. He's going to end up probably getting out of this situation, or he can end up building some type of relationship or bond with somebody at the school. You never know. But it's going to be interesting to see how this play out, being that he just trying to get to this particular girl. It's going to be crazy to see how this play out, man. But other than that, man, y'all let me know how y'all feeling about this recent episode of Power. Hey, they doing their thing, man. I ain't going to front. This is definitely a step up, a step up from season 1. That's what I will say. And the fact that we getting all these deaths, as far as from Walter to what's the other one we had just recently got? That was a big one, kind of a big one. Damn, the cop, yeah, the black cop, D-Mac coming in there shooting the cop. But anyway, man, I'm liking where they going with this. I feel like we getting a lot more with Tommy, and the situation with not seeming, is everything gonna be in control? Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about this recent episode of Power. My bad if y'all hear my phone in the background. I ain't stopping my review. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell to let you know how to upload new videos. Other than that, we out.